It's a custom in my family for the last year or so, recent custom, that one of my children goes to a camp where there's certain activities I'm not used to quite yet, namely rappelling or snappling, whatever you want to call it. And I get a little nervous, as you can imagine, to be expected. Someone comes into a situation, an environment, new friends, camp, and they don't know how to do part of the activities. So the last time this took place, I took my daughters, my twin daughters, to a practice rappelling session. So me and the two of them went up north, and we worked on. We had a hired private instructor, a private tour guide, and he gave us a run down the mountain and taught us how to, gave us one experience of rappelling, which allowed them the next time they did it in camp to be more confident and capable. This coming summer, my son, who just got bar mitzvah, is going to be having a similar experience. So we decided to run it back again, as the Talmidim would say. So again, my two older daughters, myself, and my two youngest children, including of which was my son, who was going to be actually doing this in camp, got together to take a trip up north, again to go through a practice of rappelling, to go on a mountain and to rappel off it, it's not too far off it, but a little bit off it, to allow him to get the experience of what it felt like. But if I'm going there, rappelling is not my thing either. I don't like jumping off mountains or leaning up behind a cliff, personally. But I figured, you know what, it's a father's job, but while I'm there, I'm going to try to take an experience also that I want to do. So my son, the bar mitzvah boy, who's going to be also doing the rappelling in the summertime, I said, you know what, let's wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Let's go to Meron. We're staying overnight at Sfat. This whole thing was happening up north anyway, so let's go to Meron together for Vasikin. It'll be a real exciting day to spend our time. I'm looking forward to that experience over the course of this trip. Sure enough, I set my alarm for about 4:20 in the morning, and at about 4:10, one of my daughters comes in, and she's not feeling well. And she knows herself well. She knows she gets migraine headaches, and she's experiencing the beginning of a migraine headache. And she says, I'm feeling very nauseous, I'm feeling very sick, I need you to help me. So I'm looking at my watch. I think I can pull it off still, so I get my son in the car, wake my son up. I said, let's go driving around trying to find some medicine. As you'd imagine, even though it's an exciting place, at 4:15 in the morning, it's a little less exciting. Not much going on there. People are not in the streets at that point in time. I'm going from place to place. I went to a gas station. I found someone on the street. And either way, I'm looking at my watch and I'm realizing I can't pull this off. I think to myself, if I run to Meron quickly, it's 15 minutes away, daven, come right back. She won't know the difference anyways. But of course she would. And I knew she would because she called me 3 times in the interim period saying, please, I need you to help me find medicine. So at that point I realized I'm not going to be able to make it to Meron. And I went in the street and finally I passed 3 Hasidim, walked out of a house, and I said, by any chance do you have Nurofen, which is the Israeli version of Advil? And the guy put his hands in his pocket, a plastic bag had 3.5 pills. I didn't ask any questions. He said it's Acamol, which is like Tylenol. Took it, gave him a little money for paying him for his kindness and the medication. Brought it back to my daughter, and I was very frustrated. Not with her, of course, because she was doing what she's supposed to do, which is reach out to a parent in need and have the parent hopefully help them. I able to get my son to a Vasikin meeting close to us in Tzfat, but I realized I stayed with my daughter and tend to her needs. As you can imagine, it was very frustrating for me, because I had this whole plan. For me, the most exciting part was davening Vasikin and Meron, Hashem Baruch Chayes Kever. It was so exciting for me. I realized I was stuck, and I couldn't do it. And at first I was like, you know what, where am I going to even daven now? I found my minion eventually, so it wasn't a big deal with that area. But I felt down. This was an opportunity to have a real religious experience for me, and I lost it. I missed it. And then it dawned on me. Because Baruch Hu did not want me to have this experience, whatever reason why, I have no idea why. But it wasn't meant to be. And in life, very often we plan on things, we want things to happen, we hope they happen. And we're supposed to plan, we're supposed to hope. But we're equally supposed to be okay with an outcome that's not what we hoped. Because at the end of the day, because Baruch Hu runs the world. And if he wanted me to have the experience that I wanted to have, which I felt would make me closer to him, then he would give me that experience. But he didn't want me to have that for whatever reason it might be. And when I realized that, it's okay, you know what, this is what I need to do right now, that gave me a whole different perspective on this situation. I was able to accept it with a leiv shalom, a full heart. In life, you should always plan and hope for the best and do things to bring that outcome out. But at the end of the day, if because Baruch Hu had other plans in mind, we should be just as excited to accept this mission Hashem has sent us on, and to allow us to leiv shalom, accept whatever Hashem has in mind for us. Hopefully our goals should be realized, and if not, our leiv should be shalom.